Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to Daily Boost. It's Throat Chakras Thursday, but we are going to talk a little bit about Heart Chakra Wednesday. And I'm going to read 2 pages of the Melody Beatty. I should introduce myself first. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white-facing biracial multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Love in Action Network is a peer support organization where we encourage, equip, and empower you to put your times, talents, and treasures to encourage the time, talents, and treasures of bold dreamers just like you. I will get it down. I promise y'all. I will get it down. I'm just making sure that I am live here. If you are here with me, please feel free to share this out or comment and say hello. You can also start, hey, John, you can also start by putting in the chat either what you love, which is Heart Chakra Wednesday, or what you speak, which is Throat Chakra Thursday. Our CEP of Love and Action Network is at Andre in the Flow. You can find him on all platforms at that handle. And then our other practitioners at Papiwata33. And you can find him on all platforms at Papiwata33. And you can find me at Tara Priolo Studio on all the platforms that matter, darling. I want to start off today. I'm going to read a Black Liturgies, like I said, but I want to start off today by saying I think it's weird when people, like, if something happens publicly, it should be addressed publicly. It should be addressed publicly. And those of you that have the power to have Facebook groups, you should be addressing the problems that come up publicly. Yes. Yes. So anyway, that's what I want to say. And I want to say that you can use your voice for more than just spewing and reading traumatic things that happened to people. Anyway, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, stretching, y'all. Stretching is important. Okay, for when it's time to tell the truth on conflict and staying human. If I have to silence myself in order to belong, if you have to silence yourself in order to belong, nope, in order to protect the illusion of a perfect relationship, we will be trapped in isolation disguised as friendship. We cannot conflate healthy social conflict with communal annihilation. Sometimes conflict reveals what peace cannot. The contemplation. Are you more prone toward truth-telling or peacekeeping in relationships? How has this aided you? How has this stifled you? What habits of self-blame or ego protection do you see in yourself in the wake of conflict? How might you resist this? What fears rise in you in the presence of conflict? If you can, locate the origins of some of those fears. Inhale. I feel where it hurts. Exhale. I listen for truth. This is from Staying Human, a 10-part meditative audio series from Black Liturgies. You can listen to the full audio on the Ritual app today. All right, let's move into the Melody Beatty. We are on week 50, Compassion, and I'm going to read day 4 and day 5. Okay, here's another quirk some of us have. We're able to demonstrate a lot of compassion for other people when we can understand why they did the things they did. But when we look in the mirror, or when we look in that mirror, we can't seem to muster up any compassion, forgiveness, or understanding for ourselves. The inventory focus of the week. Expecting responsible behaviors from other people and yourself is a healthy ideal. Maybe you could trust yourself to show compassion and hold others and yourself accountable too. Yeah, this is one of those situations where I feel like at least the people that I am in relationship with oftentimes hold themselves more accountable. And that, we can balance that a little bit. Yes, John Lacayo says in the comments, when I had a shift in my life about 7 years ago, I committed myself in my heart to speak truth and blessings. Yes, always speak truth. Always speak truth. And here he is. Oh, look, I said it myself. Visit loveandlovable.bio.link, loveandlovable.bio.link for more of our work. Okay, I'm caught up on comments. I'm going back. Where I was going to go is that I think that there is a adequate balance that we could engage in, because a lot of us either blame ourselves too much or we blame other people too much. And the happy middle of the slider system that we've talked about loosely before is sometimes like not present at all. And welcome, Dr. Flo. Again, that's our CEP. You can follow him on this platform. I'm like pointing in the wrong direction on YouTube. It's here. You can't see it because I'm wearing green and there's a green screen. You can follow him on all platforms at Andre in the Flow. Okay. Day 5. This one's a long one. Stick with me and get your notebooks out. One of the most compassionate acts ever done toward me was when a district judge in Minnesota sentenced me to treatment instead of jail for my chemical dependency related crimes. I had a jail sentence hanging over my head if I didn't get sober, but he gave me a chance. Another compassionate act done towards me was when, after I completed treatment, the owner of a law firm, let me try that again. Another compassionate act done toward me was when, after I completed treatment, the owner of a law firm agreed to give me a chance at a secretarial job. Throughout my life, people whom I've hurt have forgiven me and shown compassion too. Giving people a second chance with limits and showing forgiveness aren't all that compassion is, but they're a good place to start. The action of the week. Oh, Piper. Sorry, y'all. I've got a crawling baby, and my crawling baby is trying to dump something on their head. So we need to not do that. Okay, I'm back. The action of the week. Oh my gosh, you guys. A mess of a boost. I'm so sorry. This is life. This is my life. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Okay, we're back. The action of the week. I don't know the rules for being a compassionate person. I'd say don't judge, but most of us judge sometimes, even when we know we're doing the same thing we judged in someone else. Sometimes it helps just to listen, ask people questions about themselves, let them talk. Pitying myself never helps, but no matter what I'm going through, it helps when other people say, I understand because I've been there too. I got through it and I know you will too. In the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it says that if you keep cleaning your side of the street and surrendering to a higher power, you'll grow to not regret the past because even the worst things will be put to good use. You'll be able to use your mistakes and flaws to help someone else. The best way to practice healthy compassion is to be willing to have an open heart and let life and your higher power work in you. I don't know that listen, the higher power stuff. Y'all know. This is it's a long one. Yeah. It's my life is now or never. I don't want to live. I don't know the words, y'all. Anywho, there's parts of this that I agree with. I'm really glad that it says higher power, not God. Y'all know how I feel about the God thing. Pitying myself never helps. I agree with that. And also like pitying other people. Like it never helped. It never pushed you to action. The amount of pity, the amount of sadness, the amount of like trauma, the amount of education that you get, it never changed anything for another person. What actually changes things for other people and yourself is the action that you take because of the way that you're feeling, right? And Dr. Flo has excellent lessons on feelings and emotions, right? And we have those resources up on the website, and I encourage you to go delve into them and see where those emotions can lead you to action, right? Those emotions and feelings can lead you to action. And here goes the baby again, gonna knock the ring light on their head. So we're just gonna hold that. We're gonna hold on. Okay, so I'm going to ask y'all questions from both heart chakra. Again, heart chakra, the mantra is I love. You can put in the chat what you love. And then I'm going to ask you some questions from the throat chakra, which is today's chakra, Thursday. And you can also put into the chat what you speak. I speak. Okay. All right. So reflecting on heart chakra, also known as anahata in Sanskrit, can help you cultivate compassion, love, and emotional balance. Here are some questions to guide your introspection. Let's do. I did that last time. Okay, I think this is a good one to talk about. Let's do spiritual connection, which I know is going to shock some of you that Tara would pick spiritual connection. Do I feel a sense of connectedness with all human beings? How do I nurture my spiritual practices and beliefs? What role does love and compassion play in my journey, in my spiritual journey? Do I feel a sense of connectedness with all living beings? Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that all, yes, I believe that all people must feel the connection with each other in order for this world to change. So I certainly feel a sense of connectedness with everyone on the planet. How do I nurture my spiritual practices and beliefs? I spend a lot of time discussing, like, and discussing doubts, and also discussing action, and also talking with you all, and having conversations in my private chats, in Dr. Flo's private group chats, and on the internet with Dr. Flo and Deconstruction Junction. You know, for me, the most spiritual thing that I can bring to this earth is conversation, right? And having a deep and meaningful conversation with people that I love, and even with people that don't agree with me. That's a spiritual connection and a spiritual practice. What role does love and or that doesn't make sense. Do love and compassion play in my spiritual journey? I work for a network called Love in Action Network. Do with that information what you will. Okay, throat chakra questions. Throat chakra questions. She's a little sassy today, y'all. I read How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which will go up later today during co-working, which y'all can join. You can join our private VIP Discord at lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. And so I'm feeling a little sassy because the Grinch is sassy. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay. Reflecting on the throat chakra, also known as Vishuddha, involves exploring aspects of communication, self-expression, and authenticity. Here are some questions to guide our reflection. Again, we're talking about throat chakra. And I highlighted some of Dr. Flo's comments that I'm going to get back to and read that have the mantras in them. Okay, let's do fear of judgment, because this is something that I am working through in real time. Okay, how much do I worry about what others think of me? How much do I worry about what others think about? How much do I worry about what others think of me? Are there specific people whose opinions I value more than others, and why? How does fear of judgment impact my self-expression? How much do I worry about what others think of me? This is something I'm like actively working with Dr. Flo on. I'm actively working with Dr. Flo on, which is like caring less, right? Caring, like saying the thing anyway, because someone's going to like it and someone's going to hate it. Like it don't matter. Back to my original point at the top of this video, which was like, if you have a Facebook group and something happens in public, you better handle it in public, because I saw those messages and I will respond. I had to go live because I scheduled the live. But listen, y'all, like there is a, you know, I get why people want to pull things private, because it makes it so that more people aren't judging you, or like you're not feeling judged. You're only maybe being judged by one person. But the reality is that if something happens in public, keep it public. And I've talked about this in comment sections. I've told y'all, like I have been in the position where people are in my comment sections and then they're like, I'm no longer engaged and I'm going to DM you. Girl, I did not give you access to my private DMs. I don't want to talk to you there. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to care, very actively trying to care less what others people think of me, because I am doing radical work, and I know that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. And I am doing radical I just read Dr. Flo's comment. I am doing radical movement with my capital V voice. I like that branding. I like that branding in that way. Like where capital V voice. Yeah. Love it. And so like, and so I'm just like, I'm really accepting that, you know, I don't consider myself a people pleaser, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to like actively upset anybody, but I know that I will. And that is inevitable, right? I probably ticked a lot of people off in that chat when I said that using the words female part for a high part of music is transphobic. And when I directly call stuff out about that, like that, I feel good. I feel good inside. And so that means that people are going to get more and more uncomfortable and you're going to have to deal with that. And it's Throat Chakras Thursday. So we're going long. It's 15 minutes and 34 seconds so far, y'all. Okay. Next question. Let me get off that. Are there specific people whose opinions I value more than others and why? Yes, of course, because in the history of our relationship that I've had with others, I have spent time with them where they have actively helped me to get somewhere that I want to be. So of course, when I talk to them about something, I value their input more than I value you, random stranger on the internet. You know? Yeah, working on Santa's shop. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like there are people that are close to me and I'm actively recalibrating. And Dr. Flo just did this over the last year. And that's why I know I can trust him and I know that I'm going to listen to him. I am recalibrating how voices of specific people are in my earballs, right? Like how they land on me. Like this is what I believe. I don't have to believe what you believe in order for us to be in relationship with each other. And I need your voice to land on me less, or I need your voice to land on me more, because the voice that I need to do less of, that I'm hearing from people, is the voice that's steering me in a closed direction, in a space where that my throat chakra would be closed more. And then there are people like Dr. Flo who are actively leading me to be speaking up, to be actively in the radicalization and the position that I want to be in. And so sorry, y'all. My child is, I told y'all, that ring light almost came down on a head. But it's a mom thing. We got eyes in the back of our heads, you know? Okay. Last question. I promise we're getting out of here, y'all. Co-working begins in 10 minutes over on our Discord server. How does fear of judgment impact my self-expression? Listen, Linda. I saw a video in the past, or I saw a picture. Oh, it was yesterday, and I like, geez, child, I dyed my hair. Well, that was your own fault. It's okay. It's okay. Here, let's get you something that you can play with. Let's move you back out here. We're finishing up, y'all. I'm moving the baby. Please hold. Please hold. Here. 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 Yeah. Well, stop. Okay, we have a baby. We're going to try to not get the face of the baby on the screen. The baby really loves chords. Okay, so the last question, fear of judgment. And I saw this picture of my hair, which was gorgeous, but it was like flat ironed. It was very platinum. It was, you know, had a little touch of purple in it. Like it was baby radicalization, but also like trying not to go too far out of the left. Fear of judgment. Right. And then I got over myself and I dyed my entire head blue. And then I shaved the side of my head. And then I got a septum piercing. And then I mean, this was reverse order, but I pierced this whole ear and like have dealt with the comments. And like the thing is, I like to wear my art. I love to wear other people's art. I love tattoos. I love piercings. I love awesome hairstyles. I love all of that. And it makes some of y'all uncomfortable. And that fear of making some of y'all uncomfortable stopped me from doing a lot of the things that I love for a very long time. And that is over. I'm over being scared of what may come, because the minute that I radicalize even more, the minute that I start doing all of the things that make y'all uncomfortable, I get a subscription on my Substack. If y'all are too scared to radicalize with me, Find someone else that speaks to you more. I'm done being scared of you. I am done being scared of you. And so if you cannot walk with me, that is okay. I have other people that can. Okay, I'm going to give you a brief thing. Be in our communication channels. The Discord channel is, yes, fear and paranoia are the enemies. And I think I forgot to go back and say, okay, Dr. Flo said, I love being truly loved and lovable. Sorry, I had to check where the child was. I love being truly loved and lovable. I speak life into every area of my life. Yes. Fear and paranoia are the enemies. Yes. Checking Instagram for comments. We're good. Okay. So, communication channels. So the Discord now is going to be your best friend for updates from our Google Calendar. You must be in the Discord channel. It will notify you of every event that we place on the Google Calendar. And by we, I mean Dr. Flo, me, and at PoppyWada33. I told you all the handles at the beginning of this live, at the beginning of this podcast, okay? You're going to need to be following us on multiple platforms because platforms can be taken from us at any time. You need to be subscribed to the newsletter. If you're listening to this on Spotify, subscribe to the newsletter. If you're listening to this on the newsletter, subscribe to us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Blue Sky. Subscribe to us on Threads. Subscribe to us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on TikTok, right? You need to have us in all the places because those things can be taken from us like that, okay? That's up to the minute details. Okay. So I'm going to head into co-working here in 7 minutes and get this up for you all. And tomorrow, Dr. Flo will be back. I just did announcements over on Blue Sky. So if you're interested in that, go find the video. It's hashtag LIA announcements. And it's the latest video in that series. Okay. I think that's everything. I'm going to go into my slew. Dr. Flo will catch me if there's anything else that, oh, no, there is something else. This Saturday, get in the room with us. Come to the vision board party. We will sponsor you in. It is $15. The tickets are available on our website, but we will sponsor you in. Just DM us if you really want to be there and you cannot afford to be there. We want you there. We want you to pursue your dreams. What's the mission of Love and Action Network? To encourage, equip, and empower the time, talent, and treasures of bold dreamers just like you listening and engaging with this podcast. We want you there. Okay? Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore. You are loved and lovable, and ain't nobody can change that, regardless of how loud you get with your voice. Regardless of how loud you get with your voice. Joy is our revolution. Step into it and belong to it. And I'll see you next time. Toodles.